door is always open.
You can go to them with pretty much anything.
Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
President Obama announces a new national monument today for National Equal Pay Day, a day symbolizing the gap between men and women's wages. Obama named it the Belmont Paul Women's Equality National Monument after two women activists, Alva Belmont and Alice Paul. Although women are still getting paid less, Director of OU's Women's Center, M. Geneva Murray, says women shouldn't settle for less.
And what the Lilly Ledbetter Act allowed us to do is we get 180 days from each paycheck that shows discrimination, which is wonderful because now there's actually more of a route to address some of the issues that women are facing within the workplace. But we're still not at the end, so there's still much more that can be done, and I'd encourage people to start investigating to see what laws are in their states, but then also what's happening on a federal level to try to promote pay equity for women and men.
And OU's Women's Center offers Start Smart salary negotiation workshops to help graduating women seeking jobs. If U.S. Soccer doesn't meet their salary demands, the women's national team would consider boycotting this summer's Olympic Games. Defender Becky Sauerbrunn told ESPNW that boycotting is still on the table. Hillary Clinton held an invite-only equal pay roundtable for Equal Pay Day. She highlighted the pay gap that plagues minimum wage workers to the world's best athletes, including the U.S. women's national soccer team.
We cheered when they won the World Cup, and we cheered when they won the Olympic gold medal, and we noticed that our men's team hasn't yet done that. Yet somehow, the men are making hundreds of thousands of dollars more than the women. Now, you know the phrase, equal pay for equal work. Well, in America, we believe in equal pay for equal play, too. And that's why we need to elevate this issue.
Clinton was joined with U.S. soccer player Megan Rapinoe.
On Wall Street today, U.S. stocks closed higher on Wall Street, led by big gains in oil and gas companies as energy prices climb. Here's a look at stocks of local interest. And OU's International Week kicked off last night. See how events all this week will introduce new culture to Athens. That story's still ahead.
Temperatures are on the rise here in the Ohio Valley, but just how warm will it get? Plus, we've seen some April showers. Now is the time for April sunshine. All that plus your extended forecast coming up on Newswatch.
Body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. Ohio University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. My professors really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open. You can go to them with pretty much anything. Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
Welcome back to the Newswatch Weather Center. I'm Ananda Harris. The weekend was very chilly, but today we saw temperatures a little bit warmer, finishing off the day at 51 degrees here in Athens. Across the region, temperatures are all in the 40s and 50s, a little bit cooler at 41 in New Lexington, 50 degrees down Ripley, and our warmest at 55 in Ironton. Our almanac today shows us we were still a bit below normal for this time of year at 52 degrees, our average being 65. We will warm up later this week though and hit that average temperature, but more on that later. We were at 32 degrees for our low today, almost 10 degrees below normal, and we were just under 10 degrees above the record low for this time of year, 25 degrees set in 1892. And if we look at our PRECIPCAST, we'll see that cold front has pushed off to the east. That's what gave us our cold temperatures over the weekend. And now we'll see high pressure begin to dominate the region overnight, giving us clear skies. And through tomorrow, that high pressure will continue to stay over the region, giving us sunny skies. Overnight, those clear skies will allow us to cool down quite a bit, hitting 37 degrees by 12 a.m. and 29 degrees our low for tonight. Those chilly temperatures will put us under a freeze warning until tomorrow morning. Across the region, everyone's under a freeze warning, 33 up in Columbus, 32 down in Ironton, and 28 over in Marietta. That freeze warning will cause plants to be damaged by the cold temperatures unless covered or brought inside, so make sure you get those covered. Tomorrow morning will still be pretty chilly at 33 degrees for our bus stop forecast, so make sure you bundle up those kids. And we could see some frost tomorrow morning, but as we move through the day, we'll start to warm up at 52 degrees by noon and hitting our high of 61 degrees by 4 p.m. Tomorrow will be fairly nice, sunny skies all day. Across the region, sunny skies as well. High of 64 down in Ironton, 58 a little bit chillier up in Columbus, and 58 over in New Lexington as well. Looking at our 7-day, we see no rain in the entire forecast. Very nice. As opposed to last week, we got quite a few showers. And we'll warm up quite a bit this weekend, hitting 71 on Saturday, 76 degrees on Sunday, and our high for the week, 79 degrees on Monday. Feeling almost like summer. Quite a jump after last week's winter weather. Tuesday, we may see a few clouds in the region, but no chance for precip until later on next week. And that's all for your weekly weather. Over to you.
Thanks a lot, Ananda. A promise with no boundaries. That's the theme of this year's Chance to Explore Other Cultures. And last night, a large crowd attended one of the week's most popular events, the annual International Fashion and Talent Show. WOUB reporter Michaela Marshall has more on how this event is improving international relations on campus. I apologize, we are having a few technical difficulties, but it was all fashion, dancing, and music that was showcased at the International Fashion and Talent Show. International and domestic students did attend the show and performed. Here's our package on the story.
Fashion, dancing, music were showcased in the annual International Fashion and Talent Show. Both international and domestic students attended the show as performers and audience members.
The talent show, of course, we get to know about different culture here, their music, dance forms, so that's why it's really important.
Baker Theater was packed, and the turnout was more than expected.
I think tonight was a success. We had way more people than I even thought would show up. You know, we had to bring more chairs in, and I think the audience really enjoyed it. And I know the participants love doing it every year.
While many performers took to the stage tonight to celebrate their native culture, ISU really hopes to engage domestic students into the conversation.
The International Student Union wants to provide a home away from home for international students. and attract domestic students to explore those countries.
An American student in Athens can explore 113 countries by just staying here. He can learn 60 languages by just getting in touch with those international students. And that can totally help them professionally, culturally, and just to be a better human being.
International Week serves a powerful purpose to a diverse group of people.
This week is something where we share our knowledge. So that is my hope, that we will come here, we will share our knowledge, we will get to know about others, about other countries and their tradition.
The ISU president emphasizes that our differences divide us, but our similarities unite us.
I think this is one of the main essence that we want to present during the International Week, that here the only identity which matters is the Bobcat. We're one society, one family. It's a Bobcat community.
OU has been celebrating International Week since 1969. ISU will have a variety of events all week, with the International Street Fair to wrap up the celebration on Saturday afternoon.
And Ohio basketball has some drastic changes in next year's lineup, and Ohio softball is heading to Kent State. If the women play anything like the last time they faced the Kent State, the Bobcats will be in good shape. I'll have the preview coming up after the break. And stay tuned to WOUB. Here is a look at what's coming up tonight on your public television station.
Really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open. You can go to them with pretty much anything. Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us. Ohio University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. My professors really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open. You can go to them with pretty much anything. Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Danny Dean. The Ohio baseball and softball teams are both on the road this week, but let's start off with some baseball. The Bobcats took a break from their conference play this afternoon, and they faced the Dayton Flyers. The Bobcats topped the Flyers 4-3 and stretched their win streak to 3 games. Rudy Rott added 2 runs in the 6th inning to lift the Bobcats to their 5th win of the season. Rott, who has the highest batting average on the team, has 26 RBIs on the season. The Ohio softball team is wrapping up their series with MAC East rival Kent State tomorrow afternoon in Kent, Ohio. Both Ohio and Kent are ranked 2nd and 3rd in the MAC East, right behind Miami University. The last time these two softball powerhouses met, Ohio swept Kent in a doubleheader series and outscored the Flashes 8-3 in their last meeting. Redshirt junior Savannah Jo Dorsey struck out a total of 23 batters in back-to-back games. So baseball and softball traveling, but there is an Ohio basketball player who's hitting the road for good. Coach Saul Phillips announced that junior forward Wadley Mompremier has been released from his scholarship. According to Phillips, Montpremier wants to move closer to home. He's from Miami, Florida, so maybe after 3 years of this Ohio weather, he wants to head back to the sun. Montpremier played 64 games in his time as a Bobcat, and this past year was his best season. He averaged a career high 2.6 points and 3.1 rebounds. Phillips said the team wants to thank him for his efforts, and they support his decision. The NFL draft is just 2 weeks away, but former Ohio State quarterback Cardale Jones has been waiting much longer to ditch the NCAA. Jones let his tweets do the talking, and he posted about the NCAA's insane and unfair rules. In the Twitter rant, he talked about a lot of hot topics, but it tied back to the heavy restraints on college athletes. Jones tweeted that it's deeper than just the athletes thinking they should get paid, and he complained how the NCAA profits from selling jerseys with the athletes' names on it, while on the other hand, the athletes get punished for branding themselves. And this just in, police reported that Will Smith, the former Ohio State and New Orleans Saints player, had a fully loaded handgun inside his car the night of the shooting. The weapon had not been fired, but it will clearly have a serious effect in this case. And there is more major NFL news. There is uncertainty in Cleveland surrounding the future of wide receiver Josh Gordon, and now Johnny Manziel is in the mix. The two players have been reportedly living together in Los Angeles during the offseason. Gordon failed yet another league-administrated drug test. There was diluted marijuana found in his test. Gordon led the NFL in receiving yards in 2013, and he has only played in 5 games since due to violations of league and team rules. But it's not all negativity in Cleveland. The Cavaliers have clinched the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference last night after a 15-point win over the Atlanta Hawks. The Cavs will face either the Indiana Pacers or the Detroit Pistons in the first round. The Pistons and the Pacers have already clinched a playoff spot, but they have matching records heading into the final regular season games. So the Cavs got that #1 spot, which means home court advantage. So it'll be exciting to see what they can do. Back to you, Mackenzie.
And right now we are finishing off the day at 51 degrees here in Athens. As we go overnight, we will drop down to 29 for our low tonight. And looking at our 7-day, we'll see sunshine all week, heating up this weekend to 71 on Saturday, and on Monday, 79 degrees for our high. Clouds on Tuesday, but nice week. Over to you, Mackenzie and Carly.
Thanks a lot, Ananda. And that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. I'm Carly Bell.
And I'm Mackenzie Pyatt. Stay tuned for the PBS NewsHour coming up next. And remember, you can find the latest news anytime at WOUB.org. Have a great night.
Students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.